first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
And I know that you're going to be very busy. Dr. Fineberg, let's start with you. When I think of medicine and I think of the future, most folks, all they're concerned about when it comes to medicine now is, well, how are we going to be able to fix Medicare and that sort of thing. But the three of you really seem to be talking about a lot more than just fixing Medicare. We're talking about the future of America with regard to how we're going to treat people in the future.
We are. We're talking about the future of the country. How do we make progress? You know, if we have any future in medicine, it's going to be because we can do more to help people in the future than we can do today. A lot of us sometimes think there's a trade-off between research and treatment, but actually the only trade-off is between treating people with the knowledge we have today or being better able to treat everybody with more knowledge in the future. That's what research does. It enables us to do more for people in the next time ahead.
You know, in fact, let me ask all three of that, because I hear that from a lot of people that, well, you know, it's just, we spend too much money on research. I want to know what's going to help me today and now. Are the three of you concerned that we're spending too much time as a society only concerned with applying technology to things that we can do now as opposed to looking at basic systems and substances?
Yes. Let me give you a few examples. If you look around at the stuff of modern life and society, the computer, the laser, the internet, the World Wide Web, numerically controlled machines that manufacture our products, the advances in genomics and health, our defense systems, all of these things come from technology. And I can take every one of those and track them back to basic science that nobody had any idea would ultimately be applied. This is the core, it's the mother lode, and we've gotten so used to it being there that we've lost the sense of urgency and importance of investing in these things. Our economy will be vibrant and we'll be secure and healthy.
Dr. Cicerone, thoughts on the subject?
Well, I'd like to add to both of those.
Sure.
If you look back at the 20th century, which is just 8 years ago, I don't know if you know what happened to life expectancy in the United States, but it increased in that 100 years from about 46 years, if you were born in the year 1900, to about 77 years at the end of the century. That's as if every year you lived during the 20th century, your life expectancy went up 4 months. 31 years and 100 years.
I hadn't thought about that one.
Now, that was largely due to technology, things like water treatment, hygiene, antibiotics, nutrition. So it was largely applications of science, and yet at the same time, the discoveries that we had no idea what they meant at the time also led to breakthroughs. Like semiconductors came out of people thinking about things that are smaller than atoms. Now, why would you ever do that? You can't feel it, you can't push them around easily, but people were interested in finding out what was inside atoms and how to manipulate them. Quantum mechanics came out of that. That is the way materials behave on really small scales. Out of that, semiconductors. Out of that, transistors. First we saw transistor radios, now we see GPS systems in your car. It's just amazing. Nobody ever anticipated
Well,
that.
that's what I was going to say. You know, when I was thinking back this morning to try to remember, I'm 54, and when I was in college, they had microwave ovens, but I believe they call them radar ranges.
A man on a radar
range.
That's right.
And
That's right.
there was nothing like a cell phone. In fact, I remember cell phones that were really the size of almost like a bread box. I mean, pretty good size. And they had a huge antenna. And all of that has, while it's made our life simpler, it seems to me that what I guess I worry about the most is that we should appreciate science and engineering and medicine for more than just the things that it can give us in the next 5 to 10 years. I think I'm hearing the three of you say that you really, with each discovery, make something that helps you to move in the future. Is that?
I very much agree with that, and this is such an exciting time. It's really the most exciting time in human history, I believe, in science and engineering. But looking ahead, humankind face some very, very large problems. our issues of providing energy and food and water for a population that's approaching 9 billion people, huge populations trying to climb up the economic ladder, stewarding our environment and guarding against the advance of global change, mitigation against disease. All of these things have at their core advances in science and technology if we're going to solve them. So at the end of the day, it's this sort of duality of the excitement and passion of discovering and understanding and solving mysteries, but also very much the investments we're all going to have to make if humankind is literally going to survive, and certainly survive with any reasoned quality of life around the world.